The score for Jeanette Antolin, her average 9.462. Antolin on vault, 9.462.
Great start.
You got it, Jamie.
Here is Jamie Dantzscher. She is 17 years old, born in Canoga Park, California, now living in San Dimas.
You want to talk about raw athletic power. This is an amazingly talented young athlete. Watch this vault. Man, she just flies so high and so far.
Dantzscher currently in 5th place. Once again, we'll repeat all night long that the top 3 make it. 4 and 5 do not. So she needs to move up.
This is going to help her. This is what they call the Phelps vault. It's a 9.8 start value, and boy, her technique and mechanics are outstanding. Great body position in the air. This comes from a 9.8 start value. Outstanding.
She is very dedicated. She drives 3 hours, 5 days a week to her gymnastics club. A 3-hour commute in California. That's tough.
Of course, that's only about 7 miles in L.A., isn't it?
You got that right.
She's trained by Beth and Steve Rybacki at the Charter Oak Gliders, Vanessa Atler's former team. Her second vault. Once again, outstanding mechanics. Now, this is out of a 9.6 start value. She had a 9.449 in day 1. There's Steve Rybacki.
I can. Right.
On the Elise bars, Robin Phelps scored at 9.312.
Robin Phelps on bars, showing improvement from day 1. Posts a 9.312. 9.312 for Phelps.
Now up on the Elise bars.
Next up on bars, here's 16-year-old Annabeth Eberle.
Scored only an 8.725 in this event in day 1 here. She'll hope to do a little bit better today. She comes into this performance with a routine that has a start value of 9.3. Nice catch on that release move. She trains out in Reno, Nevada at Stars Gymnastics.
And currently in 9th place, looking to make a move.
Derek Mullenbeck is her coach. Oh, boy, she had to really pull that around to finish that double somersault forward at the end. Take a look at this pirouette to the top. That's what they call a blind change. Right into a double front somersault, a tough landing, and showing what a good athlete she is. She was way under-rotated, and yet she managed to find the floor and stay upright. Good going.
Jamie Dantzscher, score on vault, 9.418. Solid. Set on vault. She's 16 years old. Trains at the Cincinnati Gymnastics Academy under Mary Lee Tracy.
She had a rough night in day 1 dealing with that flu. Good for her. That's the best vault I've seen her do in a while. She looked really weak the other night, and she didn't really want to talk about the fact that she was sick. And Mary Lee Tracy, her coach, said, go ahead, it's okay to tell him.
Just about everybody in Cincinnati has the flu this week, don't they?
Stand up on the board, stand up off of the horse. You can do it. You can do it.
She has 3 terrific events. Vault is the one where she struggles the most because she doesn't quite have the power of someone like Jamie Dantzscher. But these mechanics are great. This vault comes from a 9.6 start value. It's called a Hristakieva, named after a famous Bulgarian gymnast. Look at that determination. Here's a young lady that just doesn't have the raw power some of the other gymnasts, but she makes up for it with that determination.
She is not the youngest competitor, but she's certainly the slightest, or smallest, if you will. They don't list heights, but she is definitely diminutive.
Not bad. Nice mechanics once again. The start value on that vault, or the degree of difficulty, is 9.5.
Yeah, that felt better than the last time.
Yeah.
Too. Now, have you done everything you can do?
Yeah.
All right, let's get ready for the next one. Good job.
Morgan White got a 9.125 on her first vault. That one a little bit better?
That was nice, but unfortunately the start value is a little bit lower, so I don't expect a better score for that. We're going to see her in her best events coming up a little later, particularly the bars.
Annabeth Eberle's score on the
Annabeth Eberle receives an 8.537. 8.537 for Eberle. The score for Morgan White, 9.118 on vault. All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more from Municipal Auditorium right after this. Welcome back to Kansas City, Missouri. There is Elise Ray getting ready for her uneven bar routine. It is her strongest event, and on the first night of competition, she got a 9.837 on bars, more than a full point higher than anyone else.
Well, that's right. Elise Ray has a spectacular bar routine showing high level of difficulty and always keeping perfect form. That's her trademark, a 9.837. Now, another contender in day one was Alyssa Beckerman, a 9.7 for her on the bars, which is an event where she shines, but it was on the floor exercise, however, where she stumbled, scored only an 8.862, and her coach, Mary Lee Tracy, had some words about her mental concentration for that competition.
Those little mistakes on Saturday are going to break it. When you're still deft and running, you got to realize it that in a meet like that, those little things make a huge difference.
I was just not with it. Did you see my wrist support thing?
It's not a good enough excuse. Just wasn't with it. Just isn't a good enough excuse.
No, just don't grow yet.
I wasn't focused, but I wasn't.
Is Beckerman focused tonight? We will find out. We'll see her vault in a moment. Now we're ready for 17-year-old Elise Ray on bars. She is our leader.
Score was an 8.075.
At the U.S. Championship, she was 6th in the all-around. She won the floor exercise, but ironically, this, her best event, she fell and didn't do well there.
Please welcome Elise Ray.
A huge score in day one here. Interestingly, she told us that she watered her routine back down. She's going to an easier routine for her, and yet she can still manage to get a high 9 on this. Watch this sequence here. Toe on full pirouette. Now this next one is a hop full pirouette. Beautiful position. Just notice her toe point, her straight body line, clean form, and then watch the difficulty on the dismount. This is why she is an incredible gymnast. She has it all. Occasionally you see a gymnast who's really powerful and acrobatic but not necessarily clean. You have others that are really clean but they can't do the big tricks. This young lady has got the whole package. This is a double laid out with a full twist. Look at the form in the air. Who's got the composure to point your toes in the middle of one of the most difficult moves you can do?
Did you ever point your toes in anything?
I've tried. Not as well as her. The older you get, the more your ankles are broken up and you can't point them very well.
That is for sure. All right, set for 18-year-old Alyssa Beckerman. Right now, she is holding on to third place. That would be good enough for the final spot on the world team if she hangs on.
Once again, another Cincinnati gymnast here. This is a 9.5 start value vault. This is the event where she's probably the weakest. She has 3 really good events: bars, beam, and floor occasionally. Vault is where she struggles a little bit. Nice technique. Actually, that was very high. She needs to add a little more difficulty, perhaps another half twist to get a higher start value, but the mechanics on that vault are very good.
Now for her second vault.
She herself has been dealing with an injury, had a sore wrist from an incident on the vault recently. Nice and clean. Start value only of a 9.3 for that particular vault, perhaps because of the injury as well as playing it a little safe.
Okay, tighten
Maybe
up and
a smart move for her.
Put your stuff over here all the way in the back. Go around this way.
On the uneven bars.
Elise Ray, her score on bars, very nice. A very clean routine, and that keeps her in the lead.